So, I want to do a little bit of a video on this. This here is a Chibson Angus Young copy. Great guitar. I only got one problem with it. Yeah, that. So the pickups in this, they don't really sound that bad, but anything that's higher gain just squeals pretty uncontrollably, and the louder you have it set, the worse it is. This right here, just for reference, this is a Tone X with one of the 78, 79 Brown Sound patches. But pretty much all I gotta do is just roll the volume up. That's pretty much it. So that's what you're dealing with there. So that's the problem. So, because of all that squeal, I went ahead and did a little bit of looking and see what people were mentioning they were trying to use for cheap pickup solutions. I put some Duncans in a couple other imports that I've got. No problem with that whatsoever. I just kind of was not sure what to do with this particular one here. I've had some burst buckers and some real Gibsons in the past. I owned a couple of the faded series models, and burst buckers sound great. I was kind of back and forth between getting just some like Epiphone Pro buckers just to try those out, and happened to come across some other options, and I decided to go ahead and try and get some of the 1984's. These were from, I totally forgot here, Guitar Madness, from Guitar Madness on eBay. Just to try them out. A lot of people were saying they were good alternatives, so I'm partial kind of to that tone and sound in general, like Def Leppard and any of that stuff in the mid 80s. So I was like, oh, you know what, may as well go ahead and try them out. Literally, I think they were like $42 shipped, I believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and put those in and see how it goes. I thought about maybe trying to wax pot these. I didn't really want to get the materials or the time to do that. So one other thing I wanted to show too is just, in general, if I swap over here to a different unit here, this is actually a Tone Master Pro that I've got a Rockman hooked up through the loop on, and like this here, same volume, there's no squeal at all. So just for reference. That's what it sounds like through there. If you clean it up, it actually sounds really good overall. So let's clean 1 and 2 just a little bit there. That's on the neck, those last 2. On the edge here. And distortion. The real test will mostly be just throwing it back over on the tone X and seeing if it squeals after the fact with the other pickups in. Really had no issues with how these sounded, other than the fact that they squealed. And I've spent a lot of time on that Van Halen patch, or just package in general. If I was just using it just for cleaner, and just only like Rockman level or lower, it'd probably be fine, really. Then again, I'm not playing on stage, pretty much this is my area. If you had it doubled or tripled in volume, the squealing would probably be ridiculously uncontrollable. I'm here at, kind of bedroom level or a little above, and, just having that set up alone is something that's enough to run you out of the room. And all you gotta do is just do that. So, at any rate, that's gotta stop. So, I was looking for a cheaper alternative. I mean, yeah, I know I could put more money into them, but just figured a lot of people are having good luck on some of these others, and as long as they don't squeal, I've really got no complaints with, even if they sounded the same as this but didn't squeal. But the 1984's are claiming to be pretty darn high output on the bridge. I think it's like 13 or 14K or something like that. The neck I think was more around like 8K. So anyway, I'll go ahead and put them in here and see how it goes. It wasn't necessarily supposed to be necessarily a big tone comparison, although I mean I guess you can A/B a little bit, but it was mainly just give some thoughts after the fact on what they sound like and if they squeal using the other pickups. So anyway, I'll be back at some point after I get these suckers installed in here, and we'll give her a run and see how it goes. Okay, well, I've got everything all back in here. Ran into a weird issue, but it didn't have anything to do with the pickups themselves. It was about the bridge removal. I've owned a couple of SGs and never had this issue. I think I only ever replaced the pickups in one of them previously, but on this particular one, I don't know if it's an import thing or what, but the bridge posts that are down here at the bottom, they are big enough to where you actually have to pull the whole bridge out. Like, it's got, kind of knurled ferrules around there, and they kind of help hold them in, but you actually have to rip those out in order to get the bridge and the pick guard off. On some actual Gibsons that I've seen before, these holes right here that are under the bridge, once you undo like the spinners there to get the adjustment screw out, the pick guard just comes right off. On this one, it's sandwiched to where basically you have to pull up on the bridge. I did it the way where basically I took everything off and then I just kind of used some plastic pry things and a pick to get it up. It wasn't too hard, but the better way to do it would just be to grab right on the bridge adjustment screw and you just pull up, had I known from the get-go. But anyhow, so that's just a small detour there, but all in all, got everything in there, easy install. Pickup wires seem to be long enough. Could have been maybe a little longer on the neck position, but it was adequate to give me enough room to do what I needed to do. As far as sound, well, I've only just plugged it in and tuned it up just a little, strummed a couple things, and well, let's go ahead and kind of hear what it sounds like now. Again, I didn't do a whole lot on the before, but again, this was more about getting rid of the hum, the squeal rather, than the actual tone of it itself. So let's go ahead and strum a few things and see what it's like now. Okay, so here's the magic question. I've got it hooked up to the Tonex right now. It's on the Van Halen patch. Volume's down. I'm gonna go ahead and crank it up. See if we get any squeal. That's just normal feedback. Before I couldn't even mute the strings really and get that to be like that. So the answer is yes, we've got no squeal like before. It's in the neck position now. And you may hear some ambient hum in here. I mean, I've got like 5 lights going. Like I got a couple over here, one here. This particular one back here, like if I get close to it, you can hear some buzz. But as soon as I turn it off, that goes away. Especially if I'm close to the switch. But also I've got no noise gate on that right now. If I turn the noise gate on the Tonex, it definitely goes away, but I kind of like it without the noise gate for the Van Halen stuff. But anyway, so yay, the hum is gone, or the squeal rather. So that's all I was looking for. Anyway, so there it is. But yeah, I mean the amount of gain that you can get out of this pickup is pretty ridiculous. I can tell. I don't think I owned anything that was over like maybe 10 or 11K previously in the bridge. This one's like I think 13 or something. So you can turn it back and have plenty left. That's kind of a nice thing to be able to have. But again, overall it sounds like these have more high overall on them. As far as like compared to like the Rockman that I was using, sounds fine on that too. So here's a little bit of the Rockman. Sounds pretty good. I'd say it definitely probably has a little more top end on it overall. Just the fact that I can actually play this and not worry about having extraneous noises is nice. Because of that whole setup debacle with like the having to remove the pick guard and me not being aware of being able to pull up on the posts. The interesting side effect was also because I think used a different gauge of string. I had only ever just had the strings that shipped on it. They think they may have been 10 gauge. I don't know. But I switched them to 9s. And being that at least the intonation positions on the bridge were where they were, I was like, well, hey, may as well mess with the action because I'd never attempted to do any setup on it because it played pretty good as it was. But yeah, the byproduct of that was I got lighter strings and I got the action adjusted a little bit lower than before. Doesn't seem to buzz anywhere, but anyway, yeah, here's the pickup height we're looking at right there. Pretty high, not crazy high, but pretty high. But anyway, I would say overall, I mean, I would highly recommend these pickups. I mean, they're something that I would have never bought before unless I'd had some sort of previous information, like from the Chibson group. So, hats off to you guys. Sorry about that, I got sidetracked with something here. But anyway, yeah, overall they sound great. The Guitar Madness, I would not hesitate to try another pair again. I'm not like trying to rip pickups out of something first thing unless there's a need to. Really, like I said, these sounded pretty okay as it were, just the fact of the hum. So maybe one day I might take my hand at trying to wax pot those pickups and use them again elsewhere because I know what they sound like and they actually do sound decent. So anyway, thumbs up for Guitar Madness. If you're looking at getting any kind of pickups from them, these are the 1984's. You might ask them if they got something maybe a little less hot in the bridge, unless you're really looking to rip your face off. Because I could see that this is definitely higher than most things I've owned. But I do like how the neck sounds on this. And just rolling back the volume sounds good on the bridge as well. So whatever the next step down might be, maybe a little more pleasing to some, depending on how high gain you want it. But at any rate, if you like the video, give me a like. Other than that, enjoy. And if you're looking to put something in them, highly recommended. Have a good one, guys.